Hi there, guys. This morning, I read that yesterday Hayabusa died. And I decided that I want to talk about that a bit. For those of you who don't know him, Hayabusa is, or now was, a Japanese wrestler. He was an icon and an innovator. He took the junior heavyweight wrestling style, created by people like Tiger Mask and Jushin Thunder Liger. He took that style and brought it to the next level, basically. His career was cut short when he had an in-ring accident in 2001. He tried a lion salt, which is a backflip basically for those who don't have knowledge about wrestling, and he slipped off the ropes and landed on his head, paralyzing him. He was bound to the wheelchair ever since. Until 2015, he made his way out of the wheelchair and finally was able to walk again. I'll leave a video link to that in the description down below. It's a really touching moment. You should check it out. When Hayabusa finally was able to walk again. And just when it looked like he was getting better, he surprisingly died at the young age of 47 years. But why am I telling you this? Well, let's go a bit into my personal memories of Hayabusa. I talked a bit about Hayabusa the wrestler in the beginning of this video, and even though that is a very important story to tell, and without him, as mentioned, the wrestling business wouldn't be as it is today, and this is no exaggeration, I want to talk about a bit about Hayabusa, the human being, because, to be honest, that always fascinated me even more than his wrestling story. Because after he had his accident, he didn't become a bitter man. He didn't hate wrestling or somebody or for one reason or another. He still loved wrestling. He was thankful for what he could do in the time he had, even though he was now bound to a wheelchair. And he did a lot of stuff with fans and worked with and for promotions. And he still tried to contribute what he could to the wrestling business. He always looked so positively into his future. He really wanted to walk again. And he did it after over a decade. He was able to walk again. I think the first time in 2015, it might have been in 2014, but that is over a decade being bound to a wheelchair exclusively. And he finally was able to walk again. Such a great moment, as mentioned. I'll leave it in the description down below. And somewhere on the internet I read, and I'm not sure how true that is, but it sounds like something he could have said. Somewhere on the internet it says he once claimed he wants to wrestle in 2020 again, now that he is able to walk. And I don't know if that would have been possible, but with this man you never know. And it just shows what kind of human being he is. So even though something so terrible happened to him, he looked positively into the future, did the best he could, did the best for other people, sacrificed everything, and still went on sacrificing, even though he already sacrificed everything. He wanted to sacrifice more for the sake of the people. I saw an interview of him once, and there he stated that actually he himself is afraid of all the jumps and flips and stunts he does. But when he imagines himself sitting in the crowd, in the front row, and seeing Hayabusa do all this stuff, he knows how much he himself would love to see it. And that is why he does it, because the fans have such a great time seeing him do it. And that is why he overcomes his own fear. And I think that really shows what kind of human being this man was. Now, I don't want to talk too much and too long, since I don't feel like there is much more to say. He was a great wrestler. He was a great human being, and it is really really sad that he died just when he was finally able to walk again. That is such a sad story, and it sucks so bad. Like so bad. When I read this morning, I was crushed. I was literally crushed. That really broke my heart. And out of nowhere, really. He died so out of nowhere. At least to my knowledge. I didn't hear anything about him being ill or anything, and now he's dead. Just like that. I don't know. It's really sad. But we gotta be thankful for what he did for the people. And yeah, we will always, all wrestling fans who have ever seen Hayabusa will remember him. I'm pretty sure about that. And that is the most important thing, I suppose. So, rest in peace, Hayabusa.